just chatting to him. He's just chatting to him on the bench.
I wonder if I'll get away with it. I wonder if I'll get away with it.
No. You man aren't deep in it. He was going to bring on Salah, yeah?
Look how much space is on the right-hand side, you man. What is this? Oh, my. This is
they're trying to get him sacked.
I'm done, bruv. I've got kids, bruv. It's a Friday. Why am I doing this? I'm done. Bye, man. Listen.
By the way, just let you know.
Brother, oh my goodness. No, man. He's looking right across the line. Dimwit, bro. Oh my God. Right there.
Cal's crashing up.
Bobby got someone right. Oh my God. For the life.
By other clubs in our league to sell our best, some of our more important players, should we say, to them. You know, I have no issue with them going off to Barcelona or into Milan. Please, I'll drive you there. I dislike you to an end so much. Your style of play,
Come on. Let me have a quick. Yeah, there we go. Come on. You lot see that, yeah? You lot see that? Clean.
I'm sick to death of having to explain why Chelsea are good. We're second in the table. We bought PSG off the park. We bought Barcelona off the park. It's time to acknowledge that this ain't the same Chelsea from the banter era. This is a better Chelsea squad that will turn up for anybody that steps up.
Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stade will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. How about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to talk about Liverpool Football Club, my club. You get me, because there's plenty of things happening at Liverpool right now. Obviously, there wasn't much news earlier on in the day, so I didn't drop any pre-records and I didn't do any videos. The Vinny video was from yesterday. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Don't forget, MHF 15 is active. MHF 15 is active. Go get yourself a shirt, as you guys can see. There's another one right here. You see the Liverpool training one? I'm wearing it right now for the next season. It's on there. The away kit that we debuted in the last game is on there. The other away kit, stuff for your kids. Instead of you spending £200 on one shirt, you could buy 20 shirts for £200 almost. So every shirt costs you 15 quid, something like this. So go over there, get yourself a shirt. Use the code MHF for 15% off on your next purchase. There might even be a giveaway today. Depends on you guys' behavior with the like button and all of that. So yes, people, please hit the like button, subscribe, keep getting stuck in the chat, keep letting us know your opinions. I appreciate you all, and please like and subscribe now. And you know, the road to 79k continues before we hit the 80k, and then we continue hopefully inshallah to 85, 90, and then 100k, which is obviously going to be the big target. So please close the live chat, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. Keep getting involved. Like the video immediately. Follow me on Instagram. The link is in the pinned comment. And go and, you know, obviously like this video as well. Don't forget to check out our sponsor. That's where I got this shirt from. I can't lie to you. I like it. I like this one, man. I really do. Like this would be amazing. Like to even go out in or something. I like the fabric on it and everything. It looks nice. Hi, Sond. Are you saving your money for when you're gonna have to drop me 10,000 krona for Vinny joining Arsenal? So now, you know, guys, I saw the comments on Kopish, and I saw what people said even after the stream, and I read the comment section. And you know, obviously the same losers, you know, spoke about it online. Bro, you know, I feel like being realistic, Habibi Sand. I feel like being realistic and being an objective person is now clarified and classified as negative. Guys, it's August 2nd right now. It's not even August 1st. The Premier League kicks off in 20 days. Arsenal against Coventry. Inshallah, we'll do a watch along on this channel. The Premier League kicks off in 20 days. And Liverpool Football Club only signing so far is Victor Munoz. Big up to Janos, who says, please put timestamps, Hussam. Videos like this, I can't put timestamps because everything that I'm about to speak on or report on today is all connected. You guys, I promise you, there is no one in the planet that wants to Liverpool to win the league as much as I do. I want us to win the league. You guys saw how nauseating I was to rivals when we won the league. We cooked Manchester United fans together because we won number 20. I want nothing more than Liverpool to be successful. But being successful doesn't happen through kumbaya speeches. And that was my problem with people in the comment section on Kopish. And this is not just a Kopish thing. Stuff like this have happened before, where you would have the typical kumbaya comments. We're Liverpool Football Club. We're Liverpool Football Club. We're supposed to win. We're supposed to be successful. We're supposed to do this. Guys, kumbaya speeches don't win you stuff. We've been here before, boys. We've been here before. All this kumbaya talk, all this we're Liverpool FC and all this. Guys, this stuff doesn't win you a league title. You don't win league titles off of we're Liverpool FC. You don't win. You don't win league titles. Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm glad that the rival finds me unbearable, because it shows me that when Liverpool won, it shows me when Liverpool won, I was about it. You know, it shows me that I was about that life. And you know, this club is depressing me right now, bro. Today I fought my fiance. We had a fight because I'm so mad already. I'm mad at this club. I'm mad at this institution. I'm mad. I'm angry. This club is falling behind and we're watching the world go by us. We're completely like all the cars are driving past us and we're just watching and watching and watching like, hey, Man United, do you want to overtake us? Hey, Chelsea, do you want to overtake us? It's so... Yeah, of course, I win all the fights. Don't worry. Don't worry. She apologized. Wallahi, she apologized. Wallahi al-azim, she apologized. Guys, I'm sorry. I wear the pants, the trousers, I wear it all. I wear it all, brother. You know, some people are just talk. Me, I'm not talk. Me, I apply everything I've taught the men in this chat for the last 2 years. But this club has depressed me. I'm so sick and tired of this club. Sick of it. All I want is for us to be prepared. Yet on the Kopish stream, that in the chat was seen as some form of negativity, and people said the same thing in the comment section. Guys, I just want us to be prepared for the season. How is that negative? How? We've signed one player, Victor Munoz. It's so crazy to me how such blatant and obvious lack of preparation isn't called out by some people, because people just want to give kumbaya speeches online. Sond, Captain Sal, the Liverpool fans that are in this chat will always be in the chat, win, lose, or draw. But all the kumbaya merchants will start tweeting and will start posting on their Instagram and will start posting on their Snapchat. You know, all these content creators are just saying the same stuff over and over again. I don't even watch YouTube anymore because all these content creators are so negative. As soon as the season starts and we start losing games, it's very easy. It's very easy for people to make out that all these other teams are shit without looking at our own problems. Habibi, fix your own problems first. Fix your own problem. Today, I fixed the problem. She apologized directly. No problem. Fix the problem. This is حكيت لهم انك اعتذرتي لي اليوم بس لاني كنت غلطانه فقاعد بعلمهم كيف ليفربول لازم انه يصحصحوا بس خلينا نركز هسه المهم back to the topic. Liverpool Football Club are a massive institution. Liverpool are the biggest club in England. 20 league titles, 6 Champions Leagues, massive worldwide fan base. We cooked. We're that club. Guys, I want us to win. I want us to win. I want us to be successful. I want nothing more than Liverpool to lift number 21 and then I dunk on all the rivals online. Every single rival gets dunked on online. I want nothing more. But I cannot be delusional. I cannot be delusional. The signs that I'm looking at right now are not positive signs. There is a lack of preparation and this team is not ready. And the kumbaya speeches won't save us. I'm not even screaming. I'm not even shouting. I'm not even doing any rants or anything. I'm speaking calmly because I want you guys to just understand where I'm coming from. Somewhere in the world right now, it's August 2nd. Somewhere in the world right now, it's August 1st. I have to be objective. It's August 2nd and Liverpool Football Club haven't signed the right back, haven't signed the centre back. F all of you in the chat and all your opinions. Anthony Iraola himself in the press conference said, we are weak defensively and we need defensive depth. The manager himself that they hired said that we need defensive depth. Forget my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter. Your opinions doesn't matter. The manager's opinion matters. Okay. The manager said we need defensive depth. So why are we asleep? Why are we sleeping? For what? I've put Barcola on yet another thumbnail. My fiance knows nothing about football. She doesn't like, obviously, when I got the OK jersey package, I got her a Liverpool shirt because when you marry me, you become a Liverpool fan immediately. And my whole family becomes Liverpool fans. My children won't have any choice. You know, Saddam, my child, won't have any choice. He'll be a Liverpool fan. They will all be Liverpool fan. I love this question. But you're more positive about Arsenal than Liverpool. Is it just content? I have a club that's coming off a league title with the same manager, stable, who are already signed Zolas, gonna sign Bruno Guimaraes, it's almost done, and linked to Vini. I have a club that has signed Victor Munoz, and we've been talking about Barcola for 2 months. I was outside, you know, you hang out with your fiance, you go outside, you take her on a date. I was voice noting Sean. Sean can tell you this, he will testify. He's a witness. I was voice noting Sean. I was like, Sean, get the Barcola short ready. Let's upload it on Insta. And then she stops and she looks at me and she says, who's this Barcola guy? You've been talking about him for a month now. Imagine. She knows nothing about football, but she's heard me say Barcola's name 300 times. You know? And we have this super chat here from Enos who says, I want more Hussam versus Tom fights, so I'm happy. Yeah, but you see Tom's Kumbaya speeches? You see this kumbaya speeches? The kumbaya speech. Train Ioni is gonna turn up. Train Ioni is Train Ioni is gonna turn up. Train Ioni is gonna win us the league. People pretend that I'm like, Trudon was there in the chat. You can ask him. People, I know you're a Spurs fan, and the reason why you're here is because Spurs are good. You're excited. I don't feel that excitement, buddy. Bro. Yeah, instead of Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussam. Great name. Abu Saddam. Bro, don't play with me. I'm ready. Anyway, back to the topic. Back to the topic. Train Ioni, like, bro, people don't get it. People think that I was shitting on Train Ioni. Guys, I'm not. I'm really not, guys. Train Ioni is a youngster. Please go back to the list of Liverpool youngsters for the last 20 years. You know how many unsuccessful youngsters I can name you? Have you guys seen Ben Woodburn? Where's Ben Woodburn? David Amu, Nathan Eccleston, Laurie Daly, Danny Pacheco. I can go on and on and on with the list of youngsters, bro. Some of these youngsters play in Australia, bro. There's a guy, many of you might not know him just because of age, but guess what? I've been supporting Liverpool for a long time. That's why my wife knows I'm loyal. I'm a loyal guy. Like, I've shown her proof of me being loyal, because you have to prove you're loyal. You're a Liverpool fan, bro. You are loyal by definition. I've supported my club for 22 years and we only won 2 league titles. So I'm loyal like crazy. Sean, tell them the story right now. When my wife started asking me, who's this Barcola guy? You've been talking about him for 2 months. Remember? He's a witness. Sean's a witness. Sean's a witness. He'll tell you. Sean's a witness. He'll tell you, bro. He was there. I was voice noting him. Get the Barcola short ready, bro. And then she's like, who's this Barcola guy? You've been talking about him for a month. She doesn't even watch the sport. She doesn't even watch the sport. Fact. She's had enough of him. She's had enough. Even she's had enough of it, guys. How much more Barcola stuff can I do? Like, honestly, Liverpool make first bid for Barcola. Liverpool approach PSG for Barcola. Liverpool try to get Barcola. Like, it's just what more can I do, Habibi? Khalas, like, the Barcola credit is done. Like, I can't keep just regurgitating Barcola. Back to Train Ioni. Habibi, I am not shitting on Train Ioni. I like Train Ioni. I think he's a good youngster. I think if he becomes the next Curtis Jones of the team, it's not an insult. It means he becomes a squad player that plays significant minutes and affects games. Do I think he will be a Premier League superstar? Do I think he is the next Steven Gerrard or the next Yaya Toure? No. Why? Because I've watched Premier League football. Because I know what a youngster is like. I watched Trent, and within 30 minutes, I knew he's the shit. I don't see the same thing with Ioni. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he absolutely cooks everyone. I hope he destroys the league. I just don't see it. But the thing that I want to tell you guys is, I want my club to win. Make no mistake. I want Liverpool. I want Liverpool Football Club to win. I want Liverpool Football Club to succeed. All I'm telling you right now is kumbaya speeches won't make you successful. Tom Little coming here and going like, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Stop being negative. That doesn't solve the problem. It's August 2nd, and the only signing we made is Victor Munoz. Us giving where Liverpool Football Club speeches will not make us win. I want you guys to understand this. Us doing the whole we're Liverpool FC won't suddenly make us win something. That's the thing. So it's all about planning. It's all about knowing what you're doing. It's all about being prepared. And we are ill-prepared right now. All I want us to do is just be prepared. And I'll give an example of ill preparation. First of all, let me do these 2 super chats and I'm going to carry on. Guys, big up the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you, please hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Guys, we've got 500 people watching. We just hit 100 likes. Let's get the likes up. Follow me on Instagram because there will be giveaways. I might do a giveaway tonight depending on how you guys do with the like button. And I'm not impressed so far. So close the live chat, hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram as well at Don Hussam6. Like this video and don't forget to check out our sponsor. That's where I got this Liverpool shirt from. I can't lie to you guys, no BS. Even if I was like not sponsored by them, this is a shirt I'd consider getting. Even the fabric is great, as you guys can see. The fabric is great. Like everything about it is good. Now they're gonna put faith in Nayoni. Then if he has a bad game in a very big game, he will erupt. Then some of these fans will switch on him. Deja vu. Thank you, Habibi. You know, David, I admire you. Because even when you disagree with me, you always respond to my point and not how I say something. And not you sound like insert something to make yourself feel better. Trudon knows what happened on the last stream I did on Kopash. He knows, he was there. It sounds like Hussam wants Arsenal to win the league. It sounds like Hussam doesn't rate any of our players. It sounds like. Forget what anything sounds like. Talk to me about what I'm saying. Please disagree, guys. Please. I welcome disagreements. I want nothing more than disagreements and telling me, Hussam, you're wrong because of 1, 2, and 3. Please disagree with me. Tell me your opinions. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why you think we're going to win the league. Convince me. But don't respond to the way I say stuff. Respond to what I am saying. Not the way I say stuff. Because ways don't matter. Ways, how things are said don't matter. It's about what you say. Specifically when it comes to football. That's it. Okay, here we go. This is one of them people. Yeah, you're saying Arsenal will win the league. Lol. Okay, tell me, who will win the league in your eyes? Mr. Should be Ahmed in honor of your Libyan bro from the UK. Imagine I call him Ahmed Hussam. I think Saddam Hussam is a good idea. Instead of Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussam. That's a great name. Play for Liverpool Football Club, left winger. Running down the wing, Saddam, the Jordanian king. That would be elite. Imagine that happened. Bro, I want all of my kids to play football, bro. I want all of my kids to play football, honestly. Yeah, but you see, I'll be honest with you. Bro, I want Liverpool to win the league, Habibi. I'm with you. But based on what, Yahi? Be objective. Let me share with you guys the Gakpo news, yeah? And then we come back to this whole conversation. We were just kids when we fell in love. Cody Gakpo now a leading contender as Tottenham look to add to their attacking options. Before I state my opinion, chat, in today's market, how much is Cody Gakpo worth? In today's market. In today's market. And be objective. Just because you don't rate him, don't just say like, don't take the piss in it. Don't take the piss. Don't say like a really low number. Be objective, guys. What do you guys say? Sean says 60. We got a couple of 70s in the chat. Be as objective as possible. Don't take the piss and say like 20 or something. Be honest. I can show you the Anfield sector tweet where they state the price. But you've got to consider the conditions of the current market, guys. Consider that Anthony Gordon, bro. Like, how much was Anthony Gordon sold for again? Wasn't it 70? I get some of us don't rate Cody Gakpo, me included, but like 20 million is not a price to sell a player in this day and age, unless he's like potential or he's unproven or something like this. A player like Gakpo now can't be sold for much money. Anyway, let me show you exactly the Anfield sector tweet, which I think is very important. Cody Gakpo and Spurs. Substance is there. There's talk Gakpo is open to leaving Liverpool and joining Spurs. A fee of around 65 million has been passed around circles. Potential for club-to-club negotiations soon. Nothing set in stone yet. Put 1 in the chat if you would sell for 65 million. Put 2 in the chat if you want more money. And put 3 in the chat if you wouldn't sell Cody Gakpo. 1, you would sell for 65. 2, you want more money. 3, you wouldn't sell him. Enos, you cannot put 1, brother. You're gonna buy him. So, guys, I know this might sound crazy because I am probably one of the people online that rate Cody Gakpo the least. But I wouldn't sell Cody Gakpo. I'll tell you why. I think Cody Gakpo is a serviceable Premier League player. By the way, this is one of the people I'm telling you about. Sond. If you don't pay up, this guy will come after you. He's Norwegian. Guys, Cody Gakpo is a serviceable Premier League player. He's not shit and he's not amazing. He's in the middle. The reason why I wouldn't sell Cody Gakpo is number 1, I don't trust the club to sign a replacement. And number 2, I think we're changing too much. The funny part to me is all season people complained that we're changing too much. And now people want to change too much again. If we sell Cody Gakpo, for me, open the door then and sell everyone you want to sell and F it, just rebuild. I'm not even exaggerating. If we sell Cody Gakpo, then in my opinion, sell Macallister and Jones as well and just go for a rebuild. Honestly. I'm actually being dead serious, guys. I'm legit not even joking. I'm legit not even exaggerating. I'm legit not even taking the P. I'm being deadly serious right now. If you want to sell Cody Gakpo, just go all out. Legit. What's the point? What's the point? Just do a whole rebuild. Sell Macallister, sell Curtis Jones, sign a midfielder or 2, sign another forward, sign a young striker or whatever it is, and just go for a rebuild. Guys, I want you guys to understand something. I don't rate Cody Gakpo. I am not a Cody Gakpo fan. I think Cody Gakpo is a very basic footballer. I don't think he's anything special. If you say Cody Gakpo is not amazing, I agree with you all. No problem. I agree with you. Cody Gakpo is not an amazing player. He's nothing special. Shit is Darwin Núñez. Great is Salah. Gakpo is not Núñez bad and he's not Salah good. He's in the middle. He's just a serviceable Premier League player. You know, he is Pedro Neto level. Serviceable player. Now, the thing that I want to explain to you guys is there's so much change happening at this football club that it gets to the stage where you just got to stop it. That's the thing. Like, you've got to stop the elements of change. You've got to stop changing too much. Because now, who are going to be the players that ease these players in? Who are going to be these players that help this team with leadership? Who are going to be these players that help the team in terms of settling the players down and helping the players stay grounded and the leadership group? They're all gone. They are all gone. And this is the thing. I believe we're going to sign Bradley Barcola. Plot twist. Sam mentions Barcola again. I believe we're going to sign Bradley Barcola. I haven't denied it once. I won't deny it either. I think we will sign Bradley Barcola. Now, if Cody Gakpo is sold, that leaves our wing options as Barcola, Ryugo Moa, Victor Munoz. 3. Now, people like Afas can come in the chat and go like, we're gonna win the league. I wish I can believe you, but I can't. I can't. And people are very quick to bring up like the league title from 2 seasons ago. But they go like, we only signed Chiesa and we ended up winning the league. Yeah, but we had Salah that year. I don't think people are understanding because like he hasn't retired from football yet. But Salah that season dropped 47 GA. When you have a game winner like that on the football pitch, it makes everyone in the team better. It makes everyone around the team better. That's not something that happens. When I say it's the Salah title, it's not because I'm a Salah fan or a Salah glazer. Here, Salah left Liverpool. I'm still a Liverpool fan. I've been a Liverpool fan my whole life, bro. I love Liverpool Football Club. But I just want to explain something to you guys. 47 GA has never been done in Premier League history. Do you guys understand? It's literally never been done in Premier League history. Big up Josh who says, Hassam, you fraud. Emeka is shaking. Yesterday, Emeka wanted to blame Salah for us failing this season. He's the highest paid player, but it's everyone else's credit when he won us the league title. It was the Salah title. It was. It was. Aryan, ekdom chop. You mentioned Virat Kohli one more time, I'm going to ban you. Because you come in here and you say the same stuff. Ekdom chop. Chop kar. Chubet. Zip it. Now, he's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. As things stand, no one at Liverpool is a game winner like that. No one at Liverpool is a game winner like that. No one at Liverpool is the guy that is going to put on the shirt and say, guys, I'm the bus driver. I'm taking you all to the finish line. Because guess what? And I said this on the Friday show. Isak and Wirtz this season don't have the excuses anymore. They don't. And they must perform. This is the ultimate reality of this conversation. Isak and Wirtz this season. See? Isak and Wirtz this season must perform. Yeah, as you guys know, I do a lot of shows with rivals. I get on rival panels. I cannot defend Isak and Wirtz anymore. I just really can't. I just really can't defend Isak and Wirtz anymore. This season, they have to perform. They have to deliver. How am I not a mod yet, you fraud? Josh, in order to be a mod on this channel, you have to put the time in and the effort in and prove that you want to be part of this community. It's not just because your name's Josh. As things stand, you've paid more for 14 pieces of chicken than to me. So why you should be mod? You think I forgot that conversation on the Vibe stream? You bum. Thank you for the super chat. But, like, I don't think we have a game winner like that. You know, if... I'm going to ask you guys a question for real, all of you. And this is a legit question, like, for real. On a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed off will you be? On a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed off will you be if it actually comes out that it's true that Liverpool refused Vinny? On a scale of 1 to 10. Let's say that Ben Jacobs' story was true. On a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed off will you be if you believe that like the story, basically? Wait, so you guys won't be mad? You guys, some of you will be mad. Some won't be mad. Fair. Some of you are not mad at letting Vinicius go to Arsenal. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. It feels so good being an Arsenal fan right now. Also, big ups for being objective. In my opinion, Wirtz and Isak get a second win and challenge more than City. First of all, thank you for the super chat, Cal. And I bet you feel good right now because you're the league champion and you're making intelligent signings. Cal, people like Tom Little think that league titles are won by kumbaya speeches. People like Tom Little believe that if I come here and scream we're Liverpool FC, that we're going to be league champions. Football doesn't work this way. Football doesn't work this way. No one wanted Iraola more than me. I was asked on YouTube, who would you take to replace Slot? I said Iraola. When I was asked, would you take Iraola at Liverpool? I said yes. I'm an Iraola fan. But people think that kumbaya speeches win you league titles. People like Tom Little. And he knows it because he did it himself 3 years ago. With all the youngsters he was propping. Tom Little believes Kumas is the guy. You cannot help someone like that. It's already, he's already finished. I cannot help you if you think Kumas will lead us to a league title. Like, I can't, I'm sorry, I just can't have a conversation. And Tom can't join the stream chat because obviously he's probably out right now doing the same dumb shit that he does every day. Which you guys, know what he does. Drink a lot of apple juice. So he isn't able of holding a objective conversation. Exactly, Sean. Exactly, Sean. Mr. Positive Tom here will literally be Iraola out if he doesn't perform. Enos, drop 100 krona right now. I'll send him the link. The onus is on you. So that's the thing. Yes, but once again, bro, Koda Habibi. Guys, why does everyone lose all elements of objectivity as soon as Arsenal are mentioned? Callum said it on the Friday show. Had I said City instead of Arsenal, people wouldn't have been losing their minds. But just because I said Arsenal, everyone loses their mind. Guys, the reason why Arsenal is the measuring stick is because they're the league champions. If Tom Little believes that we can win the league, then obviously the measuring stick is going to be Arsenal. Obviously the measuring stick is going to be Arsenal. Who the hell else is going to be the measuring stick? Who the hell else is going to be the measuring stick? Who the hell else? I can't say we are going to win the league and then use the club that finished second as the measuring stick. Why do you guys act like, obviously, I think obviously there's people who have to pay for their crimes online for all the dumb shit that they've said regarding this whole Arsenal twerking and all this dumb stuff. But by the way, people who are unaware of this, me and Enos go way back. He's a guy who used to be on the channel for a while. Just so you know, 100 krona is $15. So don't act like I asked him for anything crazy. Tom, message me, you loser, so I can send you the link. So anyway, kumbaya speeches don't win you leagues. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't. And the problem is, this guy comes here and does train Ione prop. You know how many shit youngsters I can name at Liverpool, bro? Like Liverpool youngsters over the last 20 years. Larouci, remember him? The left back that was supposed to be the shit. Who remembers Rafael Camacho? Ooh, Camacho. Baller, bro. Baller Camacho. Then no one saw him since then. This is the problem. Why can't we just be objective about our club? The reason why I bring up Arsenal as the measuring stick is not because I'm an Arsenal twerker, because that's the dumb shit that other people have said, that you have simply followed like a lemming. He jumped off the cliff and you jumped off the cliff with him like a lemming without understanding what's actually happening. Arsenal are the league champs. So obviously I'm going to use them as a measuring stick. Who the hell else am I supposed to compare the team to? Everton? I'm supposed to compare it to the team that are the current holders of the Premier League title. That's it. It's very simple. It's simple equation, simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. So I want us to win the league. I want us to challenge. But once again, this is a season where we're not prepared. And before I bring Tom the Bum in, let me just show you guys the last thing and then I'm going to bring him in. Here it is. PSG remain in direct talks with Ferran Torres camp over move. Barca do not want to sell Ferran. The only way is if Ferran has to leave the club. Then he says PSG is in for Götze and Ferran as Kangin, Ramos and Mbaye leave. Plus Liverpool push for Barcola. So obviously Fabrizio Romano is insistent on Liverpool pushing for Barcola. And I'm going to say one thing before I add Tom. I completely understand that Bradley Barcola is a saga. This is normal. When you move that much money and you deal with a conglomerate like PSG and you're trying to get their player, it's going to be a saga. It's normal. It's normal for it to be a saga. The problem is the other two positions. Where is my center back? Where is my right back? Yeah, but we'll sign them anyway. Yeah, but that's not the point. I know we'll sign them anyway. I'm saying, why is it August 2nd and two players that are not linked to the saga at all are not here? How is anything I've said over the last 40 minutes negative? How? Nothing I've said. What are you doing? Okay. No. Put
Have
that
the faith. Have the faith, brother.
Put it up again. Put it up again. Fabinho, we haven't replaced in 8 years.
Training.
No, keep it up. Keep it up. Don't interrupt. Fabinho, we haven't replaced in 8 years. That's Virgil van Dijk from 10 years ago.
Still, yeah.
We haven't replaced Wijnaldum either. Iraola
Jones.
wants to be Jurgen Klopp, so we had the original version.
Yeah.
Alisson is still eating barbecues in Brazil as we're speaking.
Still,
Robertson is not at the club. We haven't had a
Jenkins
winger
better.
outside Salah that is like Mane level. We haven't had a captain like Henderson since he left the club.
Sebastian.
And Salah left already.
And that's why we're buying Barcola. We're going to win the league again.
Tom,
Sam.
why
Where's
are you
the
doing this
faith?
Kumbaya stuff? Why?
Where's the faith? Where's
I'm
the
here.
faith?
Let me get my water. I'm here. I can hear you talk. I'm not even going to interrupt you or anything.
I-
Please land your point. How is anything I've said negative? Just me saying we're not prepared.
Oh no, I just enjoy pissing you off. I need a bit of joy in my life because there's nothing going on with us. But I don't see why you're writing off the team this season. I really don't. I think that when you're doing this whole Kumbaya thing, what you got to bear in mind is the last times we've won the league, or the last times we've had the really great seasons, we've had Kumbaya summers. The year that we won the league, it was Elliot, Adrian, and Sepp van den Berg. The quad season, it was Canate and Diaz in January. The year that we won the league on the slot, it was Chiesa. The times that we've had the massive fuck off summers, we won a Champions League when we got Fabinho and Alisson. I'll give you that one. Last season, we had the biggest summer in the club's history, and we ended up with one of the worst seasons you've ever had, where none of us enjoyed any part of it. The year after the quad season, when we broke our transfer record for Nunes, we came 5th. The summer that we bought Jota and Thiago and Tsimikas, a big summer that we bought the Champions League, man of the match in the final. Nothing. 3rd place. So the idea that Liverpool have to have massive summers to achieve what we're going to achieve is simply not true. The fact is, for me, you're looking at where the club is at the minute. The big difference maker is you're getting a manager in whose style of play is successful and whose style of play matches the identity and the philosophy of Liverpool Football Club. And there's no amount that it's very hard to just understand how much that's going to do and the levels that's going to raise for the football club. We don't need to add much. I'm sure you've spoken about the Gakpo thing. The worst thing you could do now is start to, with a month ago, rip the squad up and try and pull it away. You want to keep as much of this core together as possible. You need to let the manager work with them. What I've seen in pre-season gives me a lot of positive feelings. If you're assessing pre-season on results, then it's not you're assessing it wrong. You need to be looking at the principles of the football club. You need to be looking at the baseline things that the team are doing on that pitch in the game. Yeah. I'll read it since you're not here. With all due respect, Tom, when you've won after weak transfer windows, you had Hall of Fame wingers and defenders in their prime. Not anymore. Yes, Cal. So the last time we won it, when we had Chiesa, it was Mohamed Salah. I'm not putting Luis Diaz in this argument because he had 8 goals. Like, no one expected Diaz to do what he did, so I'm not putting him. Last time we won the title, you had a Van Dijk who was, 2 years younger, and you had Mohamed Salah,
Mohamed Salah went on to do unbelievable things that season. Won't discredit that. Liverpool Football Club, once they signed Bradley Barcola, let's just say we signed Barcola for 110 million. Is that fair, Hassan? He cost about 110 million pounds.
Yeah,
If
110, 120.
Perfect. So we'll go 110. If Liverpool signed Bradley Barcola for 110 million pounds, they will have spent 351 million pounds trying to replace Mohamed Salah. Now, I understand what Salah was. 351 million pounds worth of attacking talent should be able to do what he did, spread out 3 ways. It should be able to. And if it doesn't, then questions have to be asked about the recruitment team there. When you talk about the defenders in the prime, yeah, we had a slightly younger version of Virgil van Dijk, and we had a really good version of Konate. We've also got a better left back than we had that year. And right back, look, if it's Frimpong, yes, you've got me there. I don't like Frimpong, but we could get a right back in this summer who, yes, he won't be Trent, but he helps the team balance in the way Trent did. I'm looking at this team this season and saying, with the league the way it is, before you do the whole I'm doing positive for us, negative for them, I'm saying just at a baseline level with the uncertainty around every team. Now, it could go one way for the team or it could go the other way for the team. There's a window that could open up this summer or this season for us to take advantage of in the same way it did in Slot's year. And we need the players that we bought last summer to step up and live up to what we bought. And we need the players from the year before that to step back up and live up to what they should be. Live up to the contracts they've got, live up to the standards they've got in world football. For me, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it should happen. I'm saying that I expect it to happen. But I'm also not going to write it off. I'm not going to write it off and say it can't happen because I've seen crazier things. And I can see the principles with this team coming together at the right moment. And I look back at what Iraola's
I'm going
team
to
was doing
calmly
last
tell
season.
you what was different from that season.
Okay.
Rather Olise than my cousin Vinny. Is what Irish users say.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Vinicius because it doesn't fix the problem, if you get me.
Well, it would make us a lot stronger anyway, but that's beside the point.
He's better than Barcola, but it doesn't address the right wing thing, does it? Like, I understand that Vinny's better than Barcola, but for me, it makes more sense to get Barcola
and
a
Vinny's
really
a
top right winger
as well.
Yes, but in the same way, we've bought again. Maybe I'm just being too sort of laser focused on it. We bought Isak and Verts to be match winners. I don't want to add a third guy who wants the ball. You know what it is, Sam? I liken it to basketball. And you'll get this. Remember when Paul George was at the Pacers and they were playing Cleveland in 2017? And I think it was Tyreek Evans took the shot. They lost the game. He took the last shot. And Paul George went, I've got to have the last shot. I've got to be taking that last shot. It's got to be me, no one else. That's what I would worry would end up happening if you added Vinicius Jr. on top of Isak, on top of Vert, on top of Barcola. You're adding too many guys who want to be.
This is where I'm at with this, Tom. This is my exact message. Now, the reason why you're a fraud for comparing us to 2 years ago is number one, we kept the same exact spine. So despite us signing only one player, we didn't lose anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same exact team with no one leaving in the summer. Number two, no one was injured. We didn't start the season with an injury list already before a ball has been kicked. Yeah. Number three, all the team had the preseason with the manager. The whole team from start.
They didn't have a full one. They didn't have a full one. It was Copa America and Euro summer, weren't it?
Tom, don't be a
no, I'm not being a smart ass. I'm saying it's the same.
The World Cup ended like a week ago, bro. It's not the same thing. You know this. Most of them probably started like maximum 2 weeks into training.
Let me have a look. When was the Copa America final in 2024? July 14th, and the World Cup final was July 19th, so it's 5 days. When was the Euros final?
So it's just Diaz then?
July 14th. So it was Diaz and Trent and Macallister. And that was if they made the final. But you talk about who made the semi-final because England.
So I'm saying
we
like
only
maximum
played
2
in the
weeks into training, they were there. That's what I said. Maximum 2 weeks into training. So they had at least the whole thing together. Number 4, there was no pressure on Liverpool to perform because Jurgen Klopp had left the club and we made no signings. So there was no pressure on the players. There was no pressure on the manager. People had low expectations and the players outperformed completely what we expected of them. The only ones on the internet that said we're going to win the league are Drifty and Jamie Phillips. The rest of the Liverpool content creators, including yourself, did not predict that. Now let's go to what happened that season. What happened that season is the two teams that were contenders were shit. Arsenal was shit and City was shit. And if you forgot, there was a moment in time where we went away to Aston Villa and we drew when Darwin Núñez missed the empty net. Arsenal welcomed West Ham at home 2 days later and they ended up losing at home to West Ham. People fully believed that we're going to win the league when Arsenal lost to Newcastle, I think it was, and we beat Forest. That's when people were like, okay.
I was earlier on it, but yeah.
Okay, but like you get what I'm saying. Like they were still there and thereabouts. Now, on top of all this, add the fact that we had a player do something that's never been done in Premier League history. So when we're talking about it, like it's not just replacing his GA. Yes, if Isak is amazing and Wirtz is amazing and Barcola is amazing, all three of them can combine and get 60 GA together. I understand that. I'm simply saying that one player doing that in the team means that you had that guy out there on the football pitch. And he didn't just do anything. He did something that's never been done before. So the conditions of that league title was same exact spine, stability, no pressure, pre-season, and a player having an all-timer year. These conditions are not the same now. People are calling out the owners. Michael Edwards has left. Everyone's insulting Richard Hughes 24/7. People are frustrated due to the lack of transfers. And objectively, the squad in that time was better. Trent, Van Dijk was better 2 seasons ago. Alisson was better at the time. Just by them being younger, by definition, they were better. Salah was there.
To a degree, yeah.
Konate was there. Kwanzaa was there.
I
My
think
issue is you come back to
the squad's stronger.
Let me just come back to you come back to this season. I believe now Gakpo will be sold. You're a Gakpo guy. I'm not. I think Cody Gakpo is just okay.
Yeah, I don't want him to go, but I can see it happening now. I think Tottenham would pay. I think Liverpool have operated on the basis of like if 75 million quid was put on the table this summer, they're not going to go no chance.
We're selling Gakpo.
And I think Tottenham might sit there and go, yeah, we'll put that money on the table.
And if we go based off reports, it seems like Curtis Jones is leaving. Is that fair? I'm not going to exaggerate and say Macallister's leaving.
Yeah, no, Curtis Jones, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to do the whole. Soboslai said this. Forget all this. Just Macallister and just Jones and Gakpo leaving.
Yep.
Now, me and you agree that we need a right back, a centre back, and a winger.
Right winger.
Correct. If Gakpo and Curtis Jones leaves, we need another forward
and a midfielder.
And we need a midfielder. So that's 5 signings to make in 28 days. Yes, that's the problem. Lack of preparation. Now, imagine with me, the right back and the centre back were already at the club. And then all we had to do was sign these, because me and you both know, Barcola was always going to be a saga.
Anyway, it's going to drag on that one. But
by the way, people think Barcola is going to be like, here we go tomorrow. It won't. I promise you it won't. It's going to be negotiations and all this. Like, it's just, eventually we're going to get him because he's not going to sign a contract. But the other positions is what I have a problem with. Jed Spence, who were linked to the right back, was available at the start of the window for 20 million. Half his price now. You know, you go back to Zabarnia, Ukraine weren't in the World Cup. All these things are the thing that I have a problem with my club right now. That's the thing.
Look, I've maintained from a good couple of weeks ago now that I'll be incredibly frustrated if Liverpool end up buying players who they could have bought while the World Cup was on because they didn't go. And I will be. I'm not going to be a hypocrite now and go, oh, no, it's fine. I'll sit there and go, you could have got that done ages ago. But for me, I'm looking at it in a case of the Gakpo and Jones one. I think they'll be quick on getting replacements because I don't think they planned to sell Gakpo and Jones, but they have to have a shortlist in place for if they do. So I think that the replacements will come in pretty quickly. In terms of defenders, look, I'd rather they got it done quicker, but I just need them to get done. So I'm not going to sit there and be angry if they get done, even if it's a bit late. The Barcola one's the Barcola one. I'm confident that happens. It's just going to take a fair while. You have to wait for Mika Götze to get done for PSG. You might even have to wait for Ferran Torres so they can say they've got another win there type thing. That one will take a bit of time. In terms of the squad, though, I think if the players come in that we expect to come in terms of a right back, a centre back, and a winger, I would probably lean on the edge of this squad better in terms of quality and depth than the one that won the title under Arne Slot, because we had massive problems with that squad. That's why no one predicted it could win the league. And that's why we all sat there and went, what Jurgen Klopp did the year that in his final year with that squad was incredible, because it shouldn't have been there. It shouldn't have had the chance to do that. So I look now at this team and this situation. You mentioned that we benefited that year from Man City and Arsenal, who were the two closest challengers, being shit and capitalised on two teams on a down year. There is a world where that happens again this year with the circumstances going on at those clubs. Now, again, it could be Arsenal kick on again. You know, they get Bruno G, they get Vinicius, and they're fine. And then what I've said doesn't come to pass. That's why I'm not calling it an expectation. It's a idea. It's a, you know, it could happen. I'd like it to happen. And there's a world where I can see it happening. But me and you have the exact same expectations for Liverpool this season. The exact same. Me and you both expect a title challenge. Bear in mind, this is if the players come in. We're expecting the players to come in. So if the players come in, we get a right back, centre back, and a winger. We expect a title challenge and a third place finish, and a cup win. I think me and you both expect the same things. You might not want a cup win. You might want a deep run in the Champions League, and you're not too fussed about the domestic cups. I want a cup win, regardless of which of the three it is. I think we're on the same boat there. So it comes down now to how
we're just disagreeing on the lack of preparation part, I guess.
I don't disagree on the lack of preparation.
So why do you call me negative then?
No, because you're negative on the youngsters. I think that the youngsters coming through.
Oh wow, that's it. Kumas is gonna win us the league. Come on, man.
No, because then you go to the extreme of Kumas is gonna win the league. I would never say Kumas will win the league. I never say Nioni will win the league. In the same way that I never said Elliot or Quanta will win the league, but they played the partners were in the league that year. Same way Nunes wasn't going to win the league, but Nunes played the partners were in that league that year. Kumas has a role to play if he stays. Trey Nioni has a role to play. I personally think that Liverpool should be looking to keep Luke Chambers this summer and have him as a left-back option. He would have a part to play. And maybe I get the analytical head on it. We do actually, Hassam, when you assess it, need to start keeping some of these youngsters and developing them and playing them. Because we've got squad registration things we've got to fill. Right now, we're losing a lot of homegrown players. We need guys coming through to fill those spots. And the club's prerogative at the minute is to invest heavily in youth recruitment and bringing these guys through. But if you want that to be as successful as it can be, you need to show that there is that pathway to the first team. And look, Trey Nioni, if you might not see it, and I can't force you to see it, but I like a lot of what I see with Trey Nioni. I like a lot of what I see with Luke Chambers. I like a lot of what I see with Kumas. Am I looking at them and going, you know what? In 3 years' time, Lewis Kumas is going to be my starting striker in a Champions League semi-final. God, I hope not. God, I hope not. That if that's the case, then something's gone badly wrong there. But I look at guys like Kumas and I look at guys like Chambers and I go, you're the perfect definition of what I want. You're the guys that can come through and be squad players and play the part for the next 5, 6, 7 years. And I'm never expecting you to tear down trees, but I know what I get from you when you play. And that's a big thing that I look at and go, yes, we need to produce that. We need to have that come.
I'm
through.
not negative on youngsters. I've just watched football for way too long of a time to know that out of these 20 youngsters that we have at the club right now, if 2 of them make it, it's a good crop of players. Me and you both know they're gonna end up Blackburn, West Brom, Palace, blah blah blah.
But I think you're judging this group of players on the 2 decades previous of Liverpool's youth.
No, I'm
development.
actually not judging them based on Liverpool. I'm judging them based off of football history, full stop. Like historically, even if you go back to like the infamous Man United team that won the league with their academy products, like okay, who are the academy products? The Neville brothers, Beckham, and Paul Scholes.
Giggs.
No, Giggs wasn't academy.
Giggs
was there before them. Nicky Butt.
Nicky Butt, yeah. So he wasn't class of 92, but Giggs was an academy product.
These 5 made that out of how many youngsters at the time at Man United? 20? 21? So that's like, we're talking about the greatest like youngster story in history, which unfortunately belongs to our biggest rivals. But even then, it was like 5 youngsters out of 21 that made it, and it's the greatest story ever.
Yeah,
I'm basing it on football history. We've seen so many youngsters, bro. I've seen Jefferson Suarez score a goal in the El Clasico against Real Madrid. I've seen Munir Al Haddadi play for Barca and look amazing, and now he's at Betis. We've seen this movie before plenty of times across football, not just Liverpool. Like I've seen this, bro. Ben Woodburn scored a goal for us, in a cup game, and everyone went mental like he was gonna be the shit. And I don't even know where he plays. I keep bringing up Cameron Brannigan, Klopp's kids. Where's Bobby Clark? Why is Bobby Clark not part of the team now? Why is Bobby Clark not affecting the team right now? Jaden Dance has been injured, and guess what? That's also part of the things that could happen to a youngster. He could also get injured. When me and you start working with each other, Larouci, Camacho, I can name you so many that looked incredible in pre-season.
I'll be honest though, Sam. Maybe it's just me, but I look at guys like Larouci and Camacho, these guys that were pushed. They were never near the level that I've seen from some of the guys that I'm pushing now.
Camacho went to Sporting Lisbon.
Camacho went to Sporting Lisbon because he was Portuguese, not because he was a world beater. If he was a world beater, he would have been kept.
If he was a crap player, me and you both know he would have went to Belenenses or something like this.
I never watched Rafael Camacho and went, oof, that's someone I want to keep. For me, I look at, and it's why I'm not going overboard. Kieran Morrison, I've seen people mention Kieran Morrison needs a loan. Josh Abbey, needs a lot of time. Will Wright, nowhere near. There are some that I'm looking at going, yeah.
By the way, Will Wright is another example. We signed him from Salford like he was supposed to be the shit. And so far, to be honest with you, I don't think he'll make it to the top level. Like, I think he's going to be like a
maybe
League
I think
One
he needs a loan. I think he needs a loan. I think he needs to find himself a bit. But my thing is, I'm looking at guys like, so one of the ones you like to talk about is you need to play grown men football. And I don't disagree. You need some guys like Lewis Kumas. That's one of the big things for Kumas. He played 100 games already.
Yeah, Kumas. By the way, that's if you notice something. One thing I like about Kumas is he has no fear. He doesn't care who he's playing against, and that comes from going out on loan and playing around. Wasn't Kumas on loan at Blackburn?
No, it was Stoke, Birmingham, and Hull.
Who was on loan at Blackburn from our youngsters?
Tyler Morton.
Tyler Morton was.
And Harvey Elliott.
Morton?
Leon was one of the best players in League One last season.
Well, there you go.
Missed the fucking trick and let him go. But I look at, so for me, NDI and Duckway I like the look of them, but I'm not mentioning them as like, yes, I would have them in the squad, if you get me. Like NDI is the 5th choice centre back because I shouldn't ever have to use a 5th choice centre back. You should be on the bench. But for me, the ones that I'm looking at are Chambers, Neone, and Kumas. They're the 3 that I look at right now and go, I would have you in the squad this season.
Rio?
I don't class Rio as a youngster like that. Rio's played 30 games for Liverpool now. He's in a different bracket. Kumas has played...
I thought you excluded Rio. I was about to pick you up this name.
Rio was a first teamer. Rio's a first teamer. Chambers has played like 5 games. Neone's played 10. But I think he started 1 or 2, and Kumas has played like 2 or 3. Like these are still the youngsters breaking through kind. Engamo has broken through. So I look at those guys, and they're the ones I'm looking at going, yeah, that I'd have you in and around the squad this season. You'd play a role. I like what I see. I think they fit what the manager wants to do. I think the skill sets work. I'm not talking about, full team, but I'm saying that you need to start getting these players produced again, not only because of registration things. You know what it is selfishly as well, and you'll probably get a laugh out of this. I want to see more youngsters come. I want to see Scousers back in the team. If Curtis Jones goes, there's no Scouser in the team. And for me, as
Yeah,
a
but then
Scouser,
don't tell me we're gonna challenge.
no, but I think we can. I'm not saying we will. I'm saying we can because we can. Because crazy thing, if you think Chelsea can challenge, we can challenge. If you think United can challenge, we can challenge. Because I think we're better than those teams. And I think it comes down to how much weight you're putting on the manager across the board. And I'm not saying you're not putting any weight on the manager, but I'm putting so much weight on it. I think that Iraola coming in is going to have this transformative effect because of just how bad everything was last season. I mean, Sam, for the last 2 months of last season, we were doing a weekly show. So we were doing 2 weekly shows, one here on one on your channel, one on Coppish. Fuck me, I don't think any of us wanted to do it. We were talking about anything but football. We do the obligatory 5-10 minutes of Liverpool played, Liverpool were crap, is Slot gonna go? Hopefully, move on, talk about anything else. Now, I'm excited to talk about Liverpool and the team and the players and the manager, and that's the transformative effect I'm talking about. I think the emotional side of it is very important. The fans and the ground last season had absolutely no care in the world for the manager or the team at the end of that season. They didn't care. It was a chore. I think now you're getting a manager who's coming in. So far, he's saying all the right things. He's doing all the right things. And his team are doing everything you want to see. I think you get that crowd back on side. And that's where something as well. And maybe I'm being too, romantic about it. But Liverpool's a romantic football club. Liverpool are an emotional football club. And stuff like this matters. So to me, that's why I'm sitting there going, there's a chance. Well, there's stuff we need to do. But there's a real, to me, there's a real chance that if things go our way, we can win the title this season. There's a real chance for me, if things go our way, we can win the Champions League this season because you've got the pieces in place for it. God forbid we win the league this year, You've seen me shameless before. If we win the league this season, I want a full 2-hour show just on my own on your channel. You sit backstage, I just have to scream.
If we win the Champions League, but it depends who we sign, though.
So, who are you thinking
we signed 5 players? Don't come tell me we won the Champions League, because then the club would have done everything that I asked them to do anyway.
No, but if we say winger, right back, centre back, because I think if we just bought those, you're not saying we can win the title. I think you're saying we're stronger. We're not going to be dragged into a.
You know what I think the club will do? Liverpool. I'll tell something about Liverpool PR. Liverpool PR is undefeated. Let me tell you the scenario, and you know that this is a realistic possibility. You know what they'll do? They'll sign Barcola and tell us it's the Gakpo replacement. And that's it. And then our 4 wingers will be, he's laughing because he knows it's a possibility. Our 4 wingers will be Barcola, Munoz, Rio, and Harvey Elliott. Or Chiesa.
I'll be honest, I'd be shocked to see Harvey Elliott stay now. I'd be shocked. I don't think he's necessarily impressed in pre-season enough to warrant staying, unfortunately.
Oh God, Tom. I just think you're so shameless recently because you just want to be positive after Slot is like sacked and stuff, which I understand. I get it. I'm Slot out. We both turned Slot out the same exact moment.
If there is one thing about me, Hassam, when it comes to talking about Liverpool, I try not to be shameless. So I'm sitting. These are my genuine feelings towards Liverpool. I genuinely think that this is everything that they can do. My expectation isn't to win the league. It isn't to win the Champions League. But I'm not.
If
gonna rule
Arsenal
out
sign
a
Vinny, do you have
possibility.
the same logic still?
It becomes a lot harder. Like I said, for us to win that title, it's contingent on things. Things have to go our way.
What if they
outside
sign
our
Bruno
control.
Guimaraes and Vinny?
Very hard, because you're relying on them to not hit the ground running.
Have you ever
or
played Call of
injuries.
Duty on veteran mode?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I've played campaign mode on veteran mode, and if you just get your head out of cover, you literally die directly. Like it's not even like you have no chance of survival, bro. Like it's just, you know, the fact that you took a long sigh before it, you know that if these two transfers happen, brother,
It becomes a lot harder. It becomes a lot harder. But the one thing I will say is, we all thought last year Liverpool were gonna fucking walk that league title. We all thought it was a formality, and stuff that you never foreseen happened to a level you've never seen before. So that's why I'll sit there and go, it's very hard. It's really difficult to pull off. They get Vinny and Bruno. But I thought that a Liverpool team that had a front three of Vert, Isak, and Salah would walk the Premier League, and the guy with the most goals was fucking Vert, or like Salah with 8, which is like his lowest season ever. So crazy things have happened for me, and again, I think another thing it comes down to is, do you think Vert and Isak are gonna live up to standards this season?
they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to.
Or do you think it's
Me and you
be
do shows with rivals? We defended them enough this season. We can't defend them season 2 if they're shit again.
Because you don't have the big argument for them of slots football was limiting them. So
Exactly.
100%. So
we have literally like nothing else to blame but them if they don't perform.
What do you expect from what's like your expectation for Isak this year, stats wise?
He has to get 20 plus Premier League goals.
20 plus Premier League goals. Okie dokie. Verts, what's your expectation for Verts?
20 GA total.
In the Premier League or in all comps?
No, in Prem alone. I'm just talking Prem.
20 G in the Prem, and then Barcola.
Barcola, it's his first season, so he gets a bly by definition. So it's like, if he gets
there's still a minimum
17 GA, 18 GA, that's good. 16.
So we're talking minimum 20 for Isak, probably closer to 25, because you want to get some assists in there. You want 20 plus goals, you expect some assists in there. So 25 GA for Isak, 20 for Verts, and 17 for Barcola. So we are talking 65 GA from 3 guys in the attack there. If they produce that, then that's 65 goals Liverpool have accounted for. We've not even mentioned what Rio could add to that, what Szoboszlai could add to that.
Yeah, well, you know, that's how the Premier League doesn't work this way, because like 5 of them will be like against Coventry, and then 4 of them will be like against Hull. It's not going to be like evenly spread out.
No, I'm not saying it's going to be 2 every game, but what I'm saying is, to win the title, you've got to be really good at you. Typically, the best attack wins the title. Typically, I think it's more often than not the best attack wins the title rather than the best defense. So I
actually agree with that to an extent. I think over the last 10 years, I think actually Ashraf pulled up the stat last season.
I think every team, every top
9
scorer,
attacks were the best attacks on the league.
I thought it was 10. I thought it was every year. I wonder which year it was.
No, there's one which was in Leicester.
I don't count them, and I know technically they were, but I don't count them in that last 10.
It wasn't the strongest attack.
Yeah. I typically weren't counting them. I was going from 16, 17 onwards. So if I go to 16, 17, it was 16, 17. Chelsea got 85. Tottenham got 86. Tottenham had the best attack, the best defense, and didn't win. But that we haven't applied Tottenham tax there, have we?
I agree with you on the attack thing, specifically with the new
18, 19.
With the new like Premier League, basically. I think it's probably more attack-wise than defense-wise.
You know what?
Because Arsenal have had the best defense in the league for 3 years, and they won the league in one of them.
Yeah. Even 18-19, we had the best defense. We had one of the best defenses of all time in the Premier League.
That was Gomez and Van Dijk, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, the year we did win the title, you know, we weren't the top scorers that year.
Oh yeah, we weren't, but we stopped playing. We didn't care at the time.
No, but we weren't the top scorers by a fucking long way. I didn't realize we scored
City
7.
scored us.
Yes, City scored 17 more than us that year.
Yeah, but that season we were nicknamed 2-1 FC because we'd always go
Mhm.
1-0 down and then win the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
2-1.
but I just don't remember it being 17 more. But for me, if I'm sitting there and I go, if I include Rio in that attack as well, so we said 65, and then I reckon Rio gets you 10 GA in a season. So we're talking 75 or 4 attackers there. And then I'm adding Szoboszlai, who I think gets a little bit less because the attacks are stepping up for the season. I'm adding Munoz. I'm adding, you know, if Gakpo stays, I know he can give me minimum 10. If Gakpo goes, it's a bit more up in the air because I don't know who we get. Van Dijk can pop up with some goals off corners, etc. I think Liverpool this season can score 90 goals. If Liverpool score 90 goals in the Premier League, Liverpool have a real shot at winning that Premier League title. Because 90 goals is a hell of a way of going. It's about what you think of the defence. Now, the defence, yeah, this defence could concede 45 as it stands, and then you're not going to win a title. If this defence is what it is, you're not winning a title conceding 45. I'm not stupid enough to go, yeah, 45, yeah, they'll do that.
Oh God.
But we conceded 53 goals last season. I think if we concede 15 to 20 less, which I don't think is really that outlandish considering some of the fucking goals we conceded. I mean, come on. We watched last season. Some of the goals we conceded were fucking the most stupid things you've ever seen. We conceded a free kick because everyone just went, I'll leave it. Like, I think Liverpool can easily wear them out 15 goals there. Then we're talking about, 37, 36 goals. Liverpool won a league title conceding 35. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's an expectation. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying there's a real chance of it happening, but I'm not going to rule it out.
Don't be shameless. In Slot's first season, 8 of those goals were like in the last.
No, I went on about that year. I was on about 1920. We conceded 33 that year.
Yeah, but how many of them was towards the end? We conceded twice at the Emirates.
Once we won the title,
5 versus Man City, we conceded.
Once we won the title, it wasn't 5, it was 4. Once we won the title, it was
That's 7 goals right there.
Once we won the title, it was 7 goals that we conceded. I think was it 7?
Yeah. The game after
City,
we literally lost 4-0 to Man City. The game after.
4 against City, 2 against Arsenal. 1 against Burnley, I think. I'm trying to remember if there was another one after that. Did we concede against Newcastle last day of the season? Potentially. Can't remember.
We must have conceded.
But for me, I'm looking at that going, we can, there's a real chance it happens, but players have to step up. Isak has to look like that £125 million striker that we bought. Wirtz has to look like that £116 million attacking midfielder that we bought. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not saying it can. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not saying there's a real possibility of it happening. I'm saying it can happen. Jackie.
Let me do the supers, and then we're gonna carry on. Big up to all of you guys locked in, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget, like I said, there will be giveaways. The link to my Instagram is in the pinned comment. Go over there and follow me on the Instagram as well. MHF 15. This code will expire probably tomorrow or after tomorrow. All the Liverpool stuff that I got, 15% off the next season away kit and all that is out there. So go over there and get yourself a shirt. Like the video. Who's playing centre back game week 1, Tom? Van Dijk and who? Endo?
Jackie. Game week 1's 3 weeks away. Jackie is pretty much back in training. Jackie's pretty much back in training, for fuck's sake. Come on. He's not broke his leg. He's got a tight groin that he don't want to risk becoming worse. He can play match week 1. And that's if we haven't bought the centre back in that time.
So sick of you.
If Jackie doesn't play against Leeds anymore, then he plays in the other 2 fucking friendlies that we've got. and he'll have the
Where's
same
the
amount of
pressure now?
pre-season.
The pressure now comes from the fact that they sacked Arne Slot. So the club publicly said the manager was the problem. So there is a level of expectation for him to perform. Ed, I'm talking something even deeper than football here. Tom will get what I'm saying. Over the last 12 months, Liverpool as a football club changed. Tom might not like to hear it because he's scouse, but it's the truth. Liverpool changed. We became the club that sacked a Premier League winning manager. The ethos of the club completely changed. We spent 450 million in one summer. It's a different club to anyone my age or like 5 years older, 5 years younger. It's a completely different club to anything we're used to. I think them sacking Slot shows that they basically publicly said, yo, Slot was the problem. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't think that means the club's entire ethos has changed. They sacked that.
I don't think
manager
we're the
because
same Liverpool from like 3 years ago.
Sure, but
We're not underdog story Liverpool anymore.
We're not supposed to be though.
Actually, we are in
No,
our
we're not.
lifetime.
Yeah, in our
2005
lifetime.
underdogs, Klopp
Yeah.
underdogs, Rodgers underdogs, Benitez underdogs.
We weren't underdogs under Klopp though. Klopp just tried to tap into that mentality constantly, and it was all we really knew. Fucking
Tom,
hell,
our competition spent like 4 times the money we did.
Sam, we weren't underdogs.
City were the favorites every year in the Prem. Why do you do this?
Yeah, you can have favourites, but if you just because you're not the favourite doesn't automatically mean you're an underdog.
There's one favorite and then there's one underdog, Tom.
That's not the case though.
You can't have two favorites.
So if you've got a boxing fight or an MMA fight between the top 2 guys in the division, and they're extremely close, are you saying that the one who's ever so slightly less favoured is the underdog, or are you going, fucking hell, they're 2 evenly matched teams there?
Yeah, but let's not forget the same stuff they were labeling at Arsenal, they were labeling at us. 30 years, no league title. Yes, Klopp won the Champions League, but can he get it over the line in the league? COVID league, blah, blah, blah. All these things.
Sure.
They were said to us.
Narratives-wise, yeah. But the reality is that team wasn't an underdog team. It was a very good team. And the reality of Liverpool is Liverpool, as a club, have been the best team more often than not. We dominated 2 entire decades.
Are you talking about the 70s and 80s?
Yes, but that matters for the club's ethos. The entire club was
yeah,
built
of course
off of what
it does,
happened
but
there.
that's why I stated in our lifetime. So I'm not talking about a small sample size. I'm talking about like 20 plus years, 25 years or so. For a while now. Julia, by the way, underdog.
But the whole point was Jurgen Klopp came in and changed us from
From
being
doubters. Why were we doubters?
I agree.
And what did he turn us from? Doubters to believers. Underdog again.
No, but he turned us away from being underdogs. Underdogs are what Liverpool in 2005 against AC Milan was. David v Goliath. Liverpool in 2013-14. That team had no right to be near a title. That was an underdog story. Liverpool, that Liverpool teams that Jurgen Klopp built at the back end of his career at the club from 2020 onwards, they weren't underdog teams. In my opinion, that they had world-class players across the board. That's not an underdog to me. Now, maybe there's a definition which says they are, in which case I'll hold my hands up. But to me, they're not underdog teams. I didn't look at Arne Slot's teams as maybe the first year I did, in terms of if you were telling me they're going to be in a title race. There's a bit of an underdog team for that one, but last year they were an underdog team. They were fucking underperformers. They weren't underdogs. To me, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp did an awful lot of work to change Liverpool from being underdogs and to put pride back into and expectation back into the club.
Brother, keep up the great work. I agree with your guest. Hi, my guest. I'm optimistic about my beloved Liverpool this season. I believe in Anthony Raiola. Slot hasn't convinced style and as a human, but Anthony is the one. Look,
you'll never guess where Slot is, by the way.
Where?
Ibiza. A video come out today of him party with an F1 driver in Ibiza.
Oh God. Anyway, I'm with you. I'm pro Raiola. This might be, your first time watching me, or maybe you're a new subscriber. I'm very pro Iraola. I back Iraola. I have a problem with us being underprepared, so I'm not calling out Iraola. I'm calling out more Richard Hughes and the higher ups at Liverpool. Liban. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shuk. Thank you, brother. Big up to my guy, Cal Gunner, who says Salah had the greatest attacking season ever in the Prem. 29 goals, 18 assists, with the most big chances created. Nunes, the most missed chances in the league. If you challenge it, won't be similar. Put some respect on Salah. This is the thing I'm trying to explain. Like, what Mo did that season has never been done by Ronaldo, Rooney, Aguero,
Yes.
not a single
Yes.
player in Premier League history. That's why it's almost like an anomaly season, because we had one guy just like dominate and destroy the whole league.
It was an anomaly season because he didn't have a Robin to his Batman. So you mentioned there Ronaldo. Ronaldo had Rooney. Rooney could go, not band for band, if you get me. It wasn't like Ronaldo got 30, Rooney got 29. But if Ronaldo was having a bad game, or if Ronaldo was struggling, or if Ronaldo couldn't step up, you knew for a fact Rooney would. You knew for a fact Tevez would.
There are Arsenal fans that
Henry,
tell you
it's Bergkamp,
Henry's
it's Perez.
2020 season is even less impressive than the Salah one because he had Bergkamp on him.
Yes, so I'm
Perez, Ljungberg.
Yeah, I'm not discrediting what Salah did. My point is, this time we're going about it in a different way. Salah had to do 29 goals, 18 assists, because his next best option was Diaz, who had an anomaly season and beforehand got 8 goals. Jota was unfit for the majority of the season. Nunes was Nunes, and Gakpo was an unknown quantity to a degree. He ended up getting 15 goals, but he was an unknown quantity. But all these things were created by Salah. My thing is, this time around, we should have 3 guys who can share the load out equally and support each other equally, rather than it being the Salah carry job. It should be a case of if Isak can't get into the game and is getting man marked out of it, Vert should be able to step up. If Vert is getting man marked out of it, Barcola should be able to step up. I'm saying it should be able to be more equally spread out, and players can step up. And rather than it being Salah, Liverpool's attack that year got 67 goal contributions, I think it was. Might be a bit more than that. Salah was responsible for 47 of them. I'm saying if Liverpool get the same amount of goal contributions this time around, it should be more evenly spread between 3 guys. They're able to share out with each other. That for me is the way I'm going at it this season. That's how it should be. We can't replace Salah with one person. That's been the one thing that's been clear for years now. You're not getting Mo Salah 2.0. The only guy that could even come close to it is a guy like Elise. But we don't have Elise.
Oh,
For these 2 years.
Oh, hold on.
What's this?
Do we have a mug in the chat? We have a mug in the chat.
What?
The Elder, you're one of those guys that just follows the narrative online. You go in the Kopish comment section, and you go in other comment sections, and on this comment section, you just see someone calling me negative, and you just follow it. I haven't said a good word about the team. How have I not said a good word about the team? I've said many good words about the team. I didn't say we're going to get relegated, did we? You know how many players I rate in this team? I just said I don't want to sell Gakpo because he's a serviceable Premier League player. I said Isak and Verts must perform this season. I defend Frimpong more than anyone else in this fan base. I defended Kerkez.
I don't. I
defend Frimpong. So many things. Like, I've actually been calm all stream. Stop following narratives and stop listening to others. Make up your own opinion. I believe that Anthony will give youngsters life. Yes, I agree with you. I think Anthony Iraola is going to give the youngsters chances. My point is not whether he will give the youngsters chances. My point is whether the youngsters will have the consistency, will have performance levels enough for us to win a league title with them in significant minutes. That's my problem.
But I think with the youngsters, if they end up having to play significant minutes and they have inconsistency, I'm not going to blame the youngsters. I'm going to sit there and go, they shouldn't really have that many minutes. I'm looking at guys like Chambers and Neone and Kumas this year. If they're playing above 1,500 minutes, then I'm sitting there going, oof, fucking hell, something's gone wrong there. Why are they playing that much? They should be getting 1,000-ish minutes across the season. So when you're saying significant minutes, I think that's where we differ. I wouldn't trust Trey Neone to play starter minutes week in, week out. He's not ready for that yet. but I'd trust him to have a role similar to what Rio had last year, where he's playing in 29 games, but he's only starting 5, 6, 7 of them. He's coming off the bench a lot. He's getting his minutes in spurts. That's the way I think it should be.
Fair enough. To be fair, it is contingent on many of these players performing anyway. Tom X Smoke Lab. Do you believe a team's style of football or having high-profile players and a top coach is what makes a club different? I believe in Anthony's style. Listen, the reason why I wanted Anthony Raiola at the club is because I believe in his style. I love the Anthony Raiola style, the heavy metal, attacking, pressing, all this. I love it. I just want us to give him the necessary tools to work with. People need to keep in mind Ektika and Bradley are injured. Joe Gomez is injured already. Salah left, Konate left, and Robertson left. That's in essence 6 players you can't use already, with the only signing being Victor Munoz. That's what I have a problem with.
And Jackie.
My problem is Liverpool's lack of preparation. I say it 100 times and I say it again. Even Tom agreed today. At the end of the day, I believe had the right back and a centre back been signed at the football club, many of us would feel a lot more confident. We just would. Because then you would have the basis to build on for you to endure a Barcola saga. Like, you'd sit there and go like, yeah, we need Barcola now. But the rest, yes, and that's the thing, Mizi. After all this, we're talking about selling Gakpo and Macallister too. Why are we selling players to begin with? You need at least a semi-experienced centre-back. JK can be the top talent. Youngsters aren't consistent. You can kill his confidence if he has a few bad games. I agree with this. We definitely need someone. The problem is, who do we even sign at centre-back? Zabarni.
If I was really that desperate, and I want, you know what? You might even get this at some point this week, people. I might make a 10-minute video telling you exactly what you need from a centre-back this season and giving you 5 names that are in that Zabani, because we don't need a world beater for that thing. We need a centre back who can win his duels and be a really good passer. We've got Jackie's going to get a lot of minutes this year. You don't spend 65 million quid on Jeremy Jackie to have him do up youngster rotation minutes. What you need is a guy to come in, and you know what we need to Sam? We need Joel Matip from a couple of years ago. You know that half season before he did his ACL, where he would come in, he'd come in every 2 or 3 games. You get a really good 90 out of him. He wouldn't play every week, but you get a really good 90 out of him.
You need a Sergio Ramos on a free type signing.
Fucking hell. I can't. Am I back in 2022 here? Are you going to recommend Mourinho next?
No, it wasn't 2022. It was 2024.
Was it? Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look exactly when it was.
That was Klopp's last. No, that was Slot's first season actually. Yeah, Ramos. I said.
Was Ramos at Real Madrid in 2023?
2023. He left in 2023.
He left Madrid in 2021.
Okay.
Where
was he in 2023? PSG.
PSG, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when he became available for free. Remember? That was a good suggestion. I stick by that still.
It wasn't. But there's going to be a massive fucking problem with the fact that he injured Mohamed Salah in the biggest game of his life.
But Salah is a forgiving person. They would have gotten over it. Bro, Afas, you've spent the whole stream telling you you're going to win the league, and then your recommendation is Tomori. Come on, man.
No,
why do you guys do that?
I don't like the idea of Tomori. Tomori has this exact. If you're wanting a guy, if you don't trust Joe Gomez, you shouldn't trust.
You spend the whole stream telling me I twerk for Arsenal and I'm scared of Arteta. For you to tell me you want Tomori, come on, man. Why do you guys do this? Why do you guys do this all the time? It's the same as the people who go like, "Yeah, we're gonna sell Gakpo and we're gonna buy Minte." Wow, great news, guys. Did you see the Minte links again?
I saw like a mention of them. I hope it's not serious.
I don't want to see Minte. I can't believe you let Senesi go to Spurs with Araola. Yes. It's not just Senesi, though. It's Senesi and like Wa, or however it's pronounced, Lacroix. You get me? Didn't Forest sign the Diomande centre back?
The close to, yeah. That one doesn't really move me though. I'll be honest. He's not. For what I think Liverpool need from a centre back, he doesn't tick that box at the minute. He's not great on the ball. I think people look. He had like a really good pass against Arsenal last year, but that's more the anomaly than anything. And Hassan, I'd know because he was there when I was doing my Amon improv, so I watched a lot of fucking Diamande. You know who else isn't getting mentioned? Who was getting mentioned for ages? Remember fucking Inacio?
Yeah, what happened to Goncalo Inacio?
He just hasn't left. He's still there.
How much is he worth now, Inacio?
40 to 50, I reckon. Yeah, 40 to 50 is what I go
Would
for.
you take a punt on him?
I mean, it's not the worst idea in the world, but I think his time might have been gone, if you get me. I think his window of opportunities that gone. I mean, a name that I would take if a centre back. I don't know how expensive he'd be this window, but I know that he's been angling for that move out of them for ages. Luke Caber.
Didn't he get a big injury 2 years ago?
I don't remember. I just know that he's been angling for a move this summer.
I think he got an injury 2 seasons ago. I might be wrong, but I want you to Google search Bastoni.
Yes.
Again.
Oh, yeah.
Please Google search Bastoni and then come back to me. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Negative Nancy Tom strikes again because he comes on with all the positive vibes and then says the same shit that I say anyway. But regardless, it was a great conversation. Hit the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. Tom Little with the one on YouTube, Insta, Twitter, the X. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're going to send you guys over to Sarcasm City TV. He's doing a 17K celebration right now. Go over there and tell him.
Luke Caber never had a long-term injury, by the way.
It must be someone else, but I'm so certain we were linked to a centre back and then he was injured for like 2 months or something.
I'm trying to remember.
That was part of the Callum curse, remember?
Schlotterbeck's the only one that comes into my head. Because he's been injured about 4 fucking times from him. Callum Sanderson mentions him every summer or every window. Fucking January comes around and Schlotterbeck will pick up an injury and it'll be because Cal's been on a stream and went, I'd still take Schlotterbeck, you know. Anyway. No, the longest Luke Caber's out injured was a hamstring injury, which kept him out for 50 days. So, like, just over a bit over a month.
Oh, fair. Anyway, see you guys over at Sarcasm City TV. Peace out, people.